Alrighty. Alright, testing, testing. Good. Yeah, I'm holding the baby right now, but I don't think we're gonna get a signal till like 10:30 is what it's looking like. I don't know, I'm kind of more Here's your 9:45. I'm kind of more into bear calls with this daily touching the EMA 10. Right up in here, we're touching the EMA 10 on the daily. I mean, 532. I guess that's a $5 pump. From here to here, it's a 1% pump up to that EMA 10. If it goes to the 20, that's the big resistance. That's a 2% pump. That would have to break the 5, 10, and 20. So I'm more leaning towards bear calls. We got the EMA 50 at the very top. I'm just a little hesitant right now. How's it going, Mr. RM Bets? Yeah, so I just kind of want to see what happens here. Do we get a switch of the EMAs is the question. The EMA, the 30 minutes on a downtrend, 1 hour is in a downtrend. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm liking bears. Holy crap, we're actually coming up into this 10 o'clock. Let me see, guys. Let me see. Get an early signal. This is pretty good, too. I don't like going against this EMA, but... Usually a lot of Good Fridays, coming into a Good Friday weekend, usually is bullish. We got long lower wicks on the 15-minute. So, usually that is the case. We rejected on that EMA 50. I mean, looking at bull puts, let me see what I get here. What is this one at? 30 cents. I have to go more strikes. Let's just do all strikes. Okay, no signal yet. Okay, here we go again. We're coming back up. Yeah, I'm looking at the 50. This is 10 and 30. I'm looking at the 5170, 5165, 5170 bull puts. How's it going, Coco? So if we get a bull put signal, it's kind of riskier because I don't like seeing that this EMA is above with the 30-minute with the 1 hour. Obviously, this can change, but I just don't like seeing that. We'll see. We don't have any news. We have natural gas storage at 10:30, but that's a yellow folder. And then member bar speaks at 11:45, another yellow folder. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to take this. We're coming up into, but the daily resistance isn't until up at this EMA 10 and 20. I don't think that 5 is going to be big resistance. So, then you can also see a long lower wicks on these daily charts. So we had massive support here, right here at the 520 mark. But if it goes down to 520, that's an $8 decrease. We definitely don't want that. Man, this is a tricky one. I think we're due for a single orb. We haven't had a single orb. I mean, we've had a lot of triple orbs here. Yeah, the EMA, and that's the thing. If you get into bear calls and these EMAs switch, you're screwed because then that's a fresh. What the heck? Looks like I'm going to be trying to place my trade at 958, guys. because that's a clear break of structure on the 1 minute chart. We'll see. 958, 959, I might place my trade. Probably 959. If it's this far above, it's probably going to stay above the 15-minute chart. Let's see what premium we can get. I'm looking at so the same strike now has 30 cents, 25 cents on the ask. 65. Won't be able to get that one anymore. 5165, 5170 was the one I was eyeing. I mean, I could try the 5170, 5175. That one's more doable. That's a 15 and 25, 5170. 5175, 5180. That's actually the one I'm probably looking at because that one has a 15 cents on the bid. Yeah, that's actually the realistic one you can probably get. So we'll see if this kind of stays here. I just need to see if it holds above. I think today would be bullish coming into Good Friday. I'm going with the 5175, 5180 so I can make sure I get a fill. I see 15 cents on the bid, 30 cents on the ask. I think I can get filled on that. I'm not really sure what change of character means. I just know this is a break of structure on the 15-minute. Maybe they're both the same thing. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know. I'm still looking at this one. The mid is 20 cents. Yeah, we got 4 more minutes. It looks like it wants to close above. But then again, if this EMA 50 acts as big resistance, shoot. Okay. Change of plans. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy how 1 minute can change the whole thing. You know, look at that. Just one big fat 1 minute candle. Did we hit the daily EMA 10? Almost there. Yeah, I really want to get in a trade in. I really want to get in early. Ideally, if we get a double orb, I can look to get out break even or minor profit. As long as it just doesn't do a V shape down like bam bam like that, I should be fine. Because if it does a double orb, I'll get out of my position and go with bear calls. I just need to make sure we get some time decay and all that. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Let me get my Thinkorswim web open. Yeah, I don't know. It almost gave us a signal. We'll see. Sanchez are at low float, 70% of your thoughts, please. Not seeing comments. Hello. Hey, Jason. Sorry, I'm only have one hand right now. Yeah, this is the baby number 2 jaw, so I can't really look at other things. I'm just going to do my day trading strat right now, and then if I can look at other things, I will. I'm going to see if I can put her to bed here soon, though. Yeah, so we're looking at EMAs being bearish today. That kind of worries me on bull puts, to be honest. I don't know how to really take that in. But if I can get a signal early, that would be pretty good too at the same time. I want to see a clear break of structure. I don't want to see like a little break. I want to see a clear. And doesn't look like we're doing that. Unless we get 2 candles like this. It's possible. So that's what we're looking at right here. Yeah, nothing else to get yet. We are down. No, we're up 0.46% on SPY. Oh, whoa. Okay. We're getting a break of structure here. My bad. It looks like we are going to get it. All right, so I'm seeing 15 and 30. Yeah, I'm going to go for the 15. I'm going to go for the 5180, 5175, 5180. I'm thinking 15 and 35. Let's see if this holds above. Going for 11 contracts. I don't know if this will fill. I really don't. 15 and 35. I think it will. The mid is 20 cents. I just need it to go a little higher. All right, so do we get bull? Okay. All right, let's see if we get a confirmation fill here. Going with bull puts. So, going with the 51.75, 51.80. Looks like I haven't got filled yet. All right, there we go. Got filled. -1 working. All right, so I got 10. Looks like I got 10 filled. Okay, they all got filled. All right, so I go with the 51.75, 51.80 for 25 cents premium. Cannot really text in the chat right now. I'm just gonna say filled bull puts here. Filled bull puts at day. I did the 51.75, 51.80, 51.75, 51.80. For 0.25. I'll put that screenshot in here too. Snippet. Yeah, so we'll see how this one goes. Looks like that was a nice little dump to fill everyone in inside of orb. Beautiful dump, fill everyone inside of orb. There's the stop. Stop loss is going to be $1. Stop of 1.0. Alright, so that wick coming inside of orb definitely filled everyone. Did everyone not get filled? Only 5 contracts were filled, 25 cents. Yeah, I went for a 25-cent premium, so... And the reason is so I can get kind of a bigger stop. So if I did 20 cents, I'd be looking at an 80-cent stop compared to a $1 stop on a 25-center. So that's just my reasoning. I want to not have a 500% stop. So if I can go just slightly higher premium, that'd be good. All right, so close selected. I'm going to do my stop loss now. So make sure it says you are buying them back. It should say buy the vertical back. Make sure you put stop first and then the premium. So I'm going to put 1.00 for my stop. The bid is 15 cents. The ask is 30 cents. You guys probably could still get in at 25. I really think you could. Yeah, I think you guys could. I might go with a... Yeah, let me see. So the bid is... Yeah, the ask is 35 cents right now. You guys could get filled here. In my opinion. So you got it at 0.2. Yeah, you should get filled. I'm seeing the 25 cents. This should get you filled. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my stop at $1 and I'm going to call it on that. All right, hopefully we get some time decay. I kind of want to wait like 15 to 30 minutes. Maybe I should make a higher stop till price cools down, maybe 1.25. And that would be a 400%. But the problem is it's going to be a slightly bigger just because the premium is so wide. So I'm going to do 1.25 for now, and then I'm going to switch it. All right. I'm going to send that out. Just in case I don't just randomly hit. Yeah, I found one in the bathroom. Yeah, it actually got on the bed. Yeah, it's smaller. No, I just saw it here. I don't know if they're attracted to both, but my son has built it. It's possible, yeah, for sure. But it's still colored, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I honestly think that it's there's people like CCP and CRD where it just holds gas and rats and that just really need to go a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'll best I can do just do a nice spray and also just for you. Okay, thank you. That candle down. I did a market stop. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1.25 just for price to calm down a bit. I don't want it to just randomly get hit because the bid and ask is pretty spread out. I'm gonna risk a little more, so we'll see. Right now it's at 0.30, so it's actually not too bad off right here. Was that a 1 minute candle down? Yeah, that was a pretty big 1 minute. So we'll see. I don't like that EMA 50, but getting a fast signal at 10 is pretty good. So we just need time decay. We got into SPX bull puts, so that's a credit spread. Yeah, now you should get filled. All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone got filled there. You got filled, Coco? I don't see how no one didn't get filled on that spike down. Yeah. So I'm doing a stop of 1.25 just for the beginning, just so I don't get triggered right away. I'm gonna change it to $1 here after 11. But I don't want to just get randomly triggered when the premium is so volatile right now. Right now it's at 35 cents. Even with that big down move, it's still not too high up. I expected the premium to be like 50 cents. So we need to move up. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll get something here. So I got my stop at 125. That's a pretty big stop. That's a 400%. That gives me enough wiggle room. And then I'll switch it to $1 at 11 o'clock. Well, if we stay inside this range, we're good. As long as we don't do a double orb right away, then we can get out of our thing. We have a 25 cent, which is really high premium. We can get out at 15 cents probably if it does a double orb late in the day and make 10 cents. So that's ideally what I want to do if we get the wrong, and then I'll just take bear calls. And just be like, you know what, I got the wrong trend. Then we do bear calls. So hopefully it doesn't do that. So we'll see. Yeah, but I don't like that movement down. Hopefully that comes back up. That's a, we went up pretty big. I'm really hoping that that daily candle here acts as really big support, but I don't want it to come all the way down there. So I got to take the fast signal. That's a 10 o'clock signal. That's pretty fast. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. We're playing the, honestly, if you're playing the system, that's all that really matters. Yeah, so we need about an hour of time decay. How's it going, Big Pigeon? So we'll see. We had a lot of triple orbs. Triple and double orbs. I think we're due for a single. And every time I put this baby down, every time I put this baby down, she wakes up. I can't get a break. She will not let me put this baby down. Why don't you sleep for me? She sleeps for mom, but not for me. Why? Why don't you sleep for me? Alrighty, yeah, so I'm looking at my premium. We're at 25 cents still. So now we're break even on this spike. This is why I like credit spreads, because on a futures trade, this is actually a good, beautiful futures trade, actually. This gave you that perfect middle orb type of bounce. Going long this is pretty nice to go long, too. I like that for a futures trade. You just got to make sure you scale out. You can't get greedy with futures. When you see profit, make sure you scale out. So we never broke it on the SPX? Really? Let me see what SPX is telling me. Sometimes they don't match. Sometimes SPY gives you the signal first. Yeah, see, it actually didn't. And that's why I don't like using SPX sometimes. They just don't match all the time, which is extremely odd. SPY gave us the signal, but SPX didn't. I mean, look at, that's a clear signal. That's a pretty big break of structure. So, we'll see. Yeah, I did notice that too on Mr. M bets. That's why I haven't used SPX as much. It's not as accurate. Did QQQ give us a signal? That would help a lot if it did. QQQ. Frick. No signal. So QQQ is delayed. No signal on QQQ either. So the only one that gave a signal is SPY so far. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't like that. I would like to see that QQQ gave one too. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm not going to lie. I don't like that at all. But what do? We got a signal on SPY. I'm following SPY. That's where all my back tests been on. So we got Forex Factory. We got some yellow folders at 10:30. So in 15 minutes, we got a 10:30 folder. Yeah, SPX just never broke. Yeah, so right now, we just need that time decay, guys. It could stay in that zone and we'd be perfect. Yeah, just ride the orb all day. The only downside is the EMA 50. That's the only thing I don't like, is that EMA 50 on the top. I think price action should always supersede EMAs. But that's the only downside I'm really seeing. That makes me really nervous. And if we get a double orb, frick, then I'm going to have to look to cut my position early. I'm going to have to take minor gains. So hopefully we don't get double orb soon. I'm going to look to buy back at 15 cents or even 20 cents. Just depends on what my premium is, and then I'm going to take bear calls, as that would be the signal for the day. So hopefully we don't get that. Yeah, get that push up. See some long lower wicks on the 15-minute chart. To me, it just looks like indecision. I don't think it's really hard to tell where it wants to go. Hopefully that 10:30 yellow folder kind of pumps it up in 12 minutes. Ah, frick, man. What's my premium at? I gotta put this baby down. So, okay, Annika. She won't let me put her down. Frick. Yeah, I don't like this either. We need a bounce here big time. We don't need a double orb right away. We need a bounce. Please give us that bounce. I don't mind double orb, just don't do it late. Just don't do it early. We need that bounce. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I don't know. I just really felt good about that early signal. I don't like the EMA 50, but just can't deny taking an early signal like that. So now I might be writing this out here. Ah, gosh. Let's just hope it don't go down too much because I want to try to get out of this at. I mean, I want to get this out. I want to try to make like 10 cents on it if I can. Hopefully that's a false breakout here to the upside. Man, two big freaking candles against us right away. Premium is 35 cents. We'll see. Man, double orb right away. This month has been hard. It hasn't been an easy month for sure. It's been kind of stressful here. Back to back orbs on this. Yeah, we need that move up. We got 9 more minutes. Hopefully it gives us that move, but frick. I tell you what, man. Can't catch a break this month. This month has just been garbage. All right, let's see what it does. We're down. We're not negative yet. We were positive, and now we're slightly green. Need that push up here. Don't break that orb. This is the orb right here. If we can get a monster move up on this support, that would be awesome. That'd be really sick if we can get that. Yeah, that was a big drop from the high there. Yeah, that was a human. That was my baby. For what it's worth, fundamentals would support bear market. Trump is talking about firing Jerome Powell. Really? Interesting. Oh, I forgot to post on now live. That's fine. What's that 1 minute looking like? We had a massive 1 minute. Oh yeah, keep in mind we have a yellow folder at 10:30. I don't know if that's going to be a big movement or not. Man, I hate this movement though. I really do. I hate when it does that. It's just like, golly. Don't do a V shape on us. I don't mind if you go down, but just don't go down right away. That's the worst thing for credit spreads. Like, give us that time decay first. Yeah, we went from upper orb to lower orb in a blink. Was that a test of a level here? All right, so we're just kind of being patient here. Not really anything we can do. We played the system. That is a clear 15-minute break of structure. Not really much you can do on that. Now we just got to see if our stop don't get hit. Hopefully it don't go too far down. That's the main thing, is hopefully it don't just go down. It could do bear calls and just kind of just stay there. It doesn't mean you lose on a double orb. It just makes the day not fun at all. That's what that means. And I got a 1.20. I don't know if you guys want to follow, or 1.25. Not sure if you want to follow that. I just did that so I can ignore any unexpected spikes in the beginning like this, for example. So I'm risking a 400%, which is honestly more than what I would like to risk on this trade. But yeah, if I man, that sucks. Like, are you kidding me? Like, all times. Why? Why are we doing so many double orbs this month? Man. EMA 50 freaking shot it down. Had to shoot it down that fast. It usually don't shoot it down that fast, but it hit it and it shot it down. A 0.50% drop there. That's a massive move down. We'll see. I really don't know if it's going to hit my stop. We'll see. We did go higher premium. Makes the stop a little higher up there. So we'll see, though. We know on the daily chart there was big support, but it's not till 520. I don't want to wait till 520 for big support. So we got 5 more minutes to get above this orb. We're kind of testing it here right now. Downtrend on the 1 minute. Man, that's just unlucky there. That's just really unlucky. 2 minute, only 30 minutes of time decay, and we do a double orb. Super, super unlucky. I hate those days. Like, it can go down, we just don't want it to keep going, like, down vigorously. Like, we want this to kind of stop out now. So, I don't know. I mean, there's two... I mean, we can hold it and just try to win on a double orb. Double orbs, you can win. It can mean Iron Condor or just go straight down. Like, it doesn't mean you lose on double orb. It's just not a fun experience, okay? Like, but you gotta be willing to say, hey, you gotta expect a loss to happen on double orbs, though. So, I mean, you can definitely lose. I really do want to win, but I hate these days, man. I hate them. Man, you gotta do this on a Thursday, too, right before the weekend. Man, golly. Hate these days. Man, that's a massive candle down. I'm going to let it cool off. I'm going to have my 1.25 stop. I don't know what to say. I mean, guys, this is just stupid price action today. Unfortunate, stupid price action. Frickin' heck, I hate that. I really do. Because in January and February, I mean January, February, and March, you would have about 2 double. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess it's 50-50, but a lot of the times you get way more single orbs, though. Most of the time. So. It's okay, Annika. She's in her swing. I got in at 10 o'clock. I waited for price. I put my order in at 10. Price came back inside of orb. It filled me for a 25-cent premium. So. I got in right when the orb showed. But like I said, you still win. It's just... frickin' heck. Do you want to play this kind of garbage price action? Man, so annoying. Alright, that's bear calls now. Definitely bear calls. Hopefully we get that 10:30 news up. Hopefully it goes inside of orb. Maybe it's just a choppy day. We'll see. I'm just getting really pissed about the market price action. Just getting really pissed about it. Look at that freaking 1 minute candles there. It's a massive move down. From the highs to the lows here, that was a 1% drop. Our premium right now is 45 cents. Alright, let's see if we can get that spike up here on that 10:30 news. Starting to see something here. I don't even know what I want to do at this point. Part of me says I should be in bear calls. It's just hard to tell you. It's hard to say what I should be doing now. I mean, because I haven't had the time distance to get the heck out of my original trade. For your futures alerts, you're looking more of price to come back inside of the orb. If it goes to this middle line, that's where you would look to get out. That's where you look to short it. But other than that, I'm just going to hold it. Because I'm not even at a good stop loss where it didn't even give me a proper time decay. I have no time decay on this trade. That's what's pissing me off. I don't care if it goes down, but now I have no time decay. That's what's really making me mad. So I see big support here at 520. Will that hit my stop? Hopefully it just don't go down there right away. I mean, look at that. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting price action. Yeah, it should be okay if we get some consolidation. I just really liked the fast signal. That's why I took the fast signal. I liked that the 10 o'clock was fast. We can get way out of the money. I know that I saw the EMA 50 at the top, but it was the fast signal that got me. Because we can just consolidate forever and still win. So I don't know, guys. That's just unfortunate price action. Let's hopefully get some consolidation. If we don't get consolidation, we're screwed. Get some water. It's definitely freaking bear calls. All right, so double orb can mean Iron Condor or a big move to the downside. Let's hope it's just Iron Condor. Comes inside of orb, we should be fine if it does that. Hopefully it does come inside of orb here. And that will be a good futures alert there. Double orb usually a good one. We got some 1 minute volatilities here. Yeah. Man. What a weird day, right? I got in some micros at the 10:20 candle right before the break, looking decent to R&R already. Yeah, that was a good, that's a pretty good break of structure there. I would have scaled out some. That's a good scale out. Sometimes you get a good. This one you didn't really get much. This one you got more. Yeah. We are now down. We were up 0.60. Now we're down negative on SPY. I don't know. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, I'm still in bull puts. My premium, the premium is 45 cents. So if we can get a call off here, we're gold. Yeah, it's just guys, that was just super super unfortunate. Super unfortunate day. So we'll see what happens. I'm not liking this day, but now it's just the power of the stop. Does the stop hold? That's all it's coming down to now. You want some milk? You don't want no milk. I think we got a speaker at 11. Maybe that might help us out a little bit. We have a speaker at 11:45. Big support at 520. Well, see, I don't want to enter bear calls unless I can close out my position. I don't know. I'm at the point now. I'm just gonna kind of see what happens around 12 o'clock. Hopefully, it goes sideways or up. But yeah, you could close it out early if it gets. I want to close it out at least 20 cents. I don't want to do 25 cents, then I lose on the fees. So if you can do it for 20 cents, that's ideal. But then if you wait too long to get in bear calls, like you should already been in bear calls at 10:30. That's the problem. And I don't want to enter bear calls when I'm already in a credit spread. I mean, so ideally you should have been in bear calls. I just don't want that stress right now. I'm trying to worry about bull puts. But yeah, you should be in bear calls at 10:30 with this wick coming up at 10:45. So I'm just gonna hold one. I might just hold it till the stop. We'll see. I kind of want to get a win before I know the chances of me losing is a lot higher now. So I just hate that I saw the EMA 50. I just didn't think it would go down that fast. You know? I just didn't think it would go down that fast. There we go. Struggling to enter any kind of bullish move because we got a double orb happening. Struggling to do anything right now. It's at 50 cents right now, 55. Frick this market. Uh, Yeah, I got 125. I'm going to give myself a little extra room. We'll see, guys. It might be a mistake, but it could help me out. I see there's big support at 520. Maybe I can kind of get it calmed down there. Ah, man, but literally screwed this market right now. And I hate that price action. So unlucky. It doesn't help that I haven't got in a trade. Yesterday was the PAL day. I missed, haven't really traded much, so I really wanted to get in a trade. Lots of excitement. I really wanted to get in this trade. I'm just kind of watching the premium here. If we get a massive move up or gold, you would think there would be some kind of cool off here. 3 big fat candles down. You would think some time a cool off would happen, but I'm not even seeing it yet. Still going down. That's crazy. Still no cool off. It's a cool off right there. Nice. Usually the Good Friday weekends, usually you come into a bullish momentum. Guess not for this one. All right, let's give it another hour or two of time decay. Hopefully that helps us. Another hour or two of time decay that will save our freaking rear ends right now. Man, that was a massive. Yeah, I'm hoping this is an Iron Condor day. That would be sick if it is. Nice long lower wick on the 15-minute chart here. 520 is that big support. Come back inside of orb. That would be a nice little move up here. Premium is still at 45 cents. It's going to fluctuate here with that time decay. Yeah, these are the worst days when there's no time decay. And look at that. You got 45 minutes of straight downward pressure. Somehow we're still... I didn't see the premium go above 60 cents. So somehow it's still looking... I was actually surprised it didn't go above 60 cents. I was looking at the mark. That's what I'm looking at. So we're getting some kind of cool off here. All right, so it's back down to 32 cents. 37. It fluctuates so fast. It's like 30 to 40 right now. Alrighty. But yeah, I'd be all in bear calls right now. Any news happening today? There's really not much news. I'm playing SPX credit spreads, Gen 4. Join the Discord if you want to see my actual alerts. Can you only sell one of the contracts? No, you could sell both legs if you want to get out. Like right now, it's at 35 cents. If I want to sell both my legs, I can take it for a minor loss here if I wanted to. I sold it at 25. I could buy it back at 40. That would be about a 15-cent loss. But like I said, guys, double orbs you still win. They're just a lot riskier. We got in super early at 10. So at least we got in early. Our strike's pretty far out of the money. I got a 53, 5175, 5180. Let me see how far out that is on SPX. 5175, 5180. Future short coming up here on the lower orb. 5175, 5180. Yeah, that's pretty far out. It's not bad. That's about, let me see what SPX is. How many points? So right now we're down 4 points on SPX. We would have to drop, I mean that's doable, about 100 points to get inside our strikes. Can't believe that big candle there. So our next news is at 12, I believe. We have a 11:45 yellow folder. That could add some hype into the market. Some more volatility. Don't do trades 10 to 10:30. Yeah, it is riskier going from 10 to 10:30, but I've seen a lot of times where you get the signal, and if you don't get in, you miss out on the whole day. I've seen a lot of times you get that 10 a.m. signal, and then it just pumps, right? It just keeps pumping, and it's hard to get a signal, right? Like right now, I'm not liking my position, but now that we had to move up and we're consolidating, the premium's looking a little better now for us. That's why I do like credit spreads. You can be totally wrong and still win. It just sucks when you lose, hence the negative R&R you get on them. But, you know, right now my premium is 32 cents and I sold for 25. So we'll see. But I agree, a lot of times 10 to 10:30 is so volatile where it is harder to trade in that time frame. Yeah, I can't believe it did a double orb that fast. Those are the worst days. Did a double orb in 30 minutes. Usually that's kind of the fastest it does it without any news. Usually you get a double orb that really fast if there's a red folder at 10 o'clock. So you wait. If you get bull puts and there's a red folder at 10, you wait 10:15, 10:30. But there was no red folder today, so I felt pretty confident taking the trade early. I felt pretty confident. No, I'm going to keep my bull put. Like I said, it could be an iron condor, or it could be a big move to the downside today, or it could be a triple orb. I'm not going to discount a triple orb. Triple orbs don't happen often, but this month they've been happening often. But I don't think triple orb's going to happen though. I'm just looking at my premium. It's at 32 cents right now. So I still can't break even if I wanted to, or make slight profit. I'm more leaning towards just holding it for now. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Yeah, because if could get a nice win. Your future short here, if you come into that lower orb or middle of orb, that's a nice future short. Man, I can't believe it just plummeted right through that. For the futures longs, you had to take your stop loss fast on the middle orb. There's nothing you can do there. That was just a big plummet. Long lower wick on the 15-minute chart. Big bulls were there. We'll kind of see if it consolidates here the rest of the time. Baby's sleeping in my arms. She won't sleep if I put her down, though, which is unfortunate. But once you have a chance to close it, indeed do so. Do you enter a new... No, I'm not going to enter bear calls, just because I should have entered at that first signal. I just don't want the next stress. I've seen where it go up big too. I'm just going to take the first signal I get. If I wasn't in the trade, I'd be totally taking bear calls over bull puts. But since I'm in a trade already and I'm not break even, I'm just going to hold what I got. But yeah, I'd be taking bear calls if I wasn't in a trade. I think you should wait for confirmation on SPY over SPX, in my honest opinion. SPY will give you a whole lot faster signals, and if you get an orb on SPY, I'm telling you, with all the backtests I've done, it has worked a lot. You don't have to have the most precise entry. We're still in the game, guys, even though price went down 1% against us. We're still actually in this game. The premium is 27 cents. So that's the power of credit spreads. We're playing a strategy that wins in 3 directions. So in my experience, this could be an iron condor. So we'll see. But I think stick with SPY because the EMAs go with SPY, but the 15-man orb is different from SPX to SPY, which is weird. I don't understand why it's like that. I really don't. They trade the same way, you know. So this is good price action. We're getting some consolidation. We got some bull power. So if we give it around 12 o'clock, we'll start to see some time decay really start to kick in. I'm going to hold this one. I really just kind of want to win. I'm going to risk it for the Iron Condor day. Because I haven't traded much. I'll risk it for a loss. If it happens, it happens. I'm going to try to get a win today. I don't think you guys noticed too, but you actually can go farther out of the money with bull puts than bear calls. Bear calls are actually harder to do. They don't let you go far out of the money. Have you guys noticed that? Yeah, Tansen, she's sleeping good. If I put her down in the bed, she'll start crying. Okay, let's see. See if we can get a forming a base here. Strong base at that 525, 524 mark. Big support at 520. Hopefully it don't go there though, because it will probably be stopped down if it goes to 520. It makes sense that they'd rather give us more wiggle room on the bull than the bear. So how many hours do we need to make us safer? How does the time decay work? Yeah, so usually when you start holding, in my experience, a credit spread in 2 hours, for 2 hours, you really start to feel the time decay work in your favor. So you can see price moved against us we put an entry way up in the 528 mark. It's 525, and we're about break even, right? So that's power of time decay, and having some cool off right there. But yeah, as time goes by, and this is truly an iron condor, both bull puts and bear calls win today. It wouldn't matter what side you chose if it's truly an iron condor. Obviously, I like bear calls more because we did a double orb. Double orb has more precedence over a single orb. It has more value. So it really is. It's a hard call to make. Honestly, could you see this doing a double orb right off the bat like that? No one can see that. I saw the EMA 50, but it doesn't mean it has to reject that hard. I took I took it as, you know what, we can get in early at 10. That means we can sell farther out of the money. Farther out of the money, the better. If you can get an early signal, it's always best to get in early as possible. I didn't see no 10 a.m. red folders to cause a dump like that. So to me, that was just unfortunate. I use SPY. I don't use SPX. I did all my back tests on SPY, so the SPY orb is where I make. And a lot of times you get earlier signals on SPY than SPX. So once again, you want to get in early as possible too. So I don't think there's anything wrong. It's just that happens sometimes. April's just a hard month. It really is a hard month. Yeah, so we're just kind of waiting it out. This is not bad for us. We kind of just want it to sit and be calm. I don't think there should be any. Then again, it is. I mean, the day before the weekend does make sense for an iron condor, as a lot of people are probably leaving the market for the long weekend. I really thought there would be a lot more bull action today. That's what I really thought that was going to be very bullish today, coming into, the last day to trade, but I guess not. All right, so let's see what my Mullen's doing. So it's just there's pros and cons to everything. You can have a bull and bear thesis to everything, really. It's hard to make that call. It's really hard. There's bull bear thesis was the EMA 50. Bull thesis was the fast 15-minute orb. So jump to present. What caused the spike? I sold the TD spike. I'm ahead. Laugh out loud. So TTD spiked. Did my bag holder TTD spike? What is that? Why did that spike? It's not like a massive spike, but what caused it? TradeX rallies 5% to 50 after Google and tech rolling. Trade desk target cut to 95 share from Truist. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like this Google thing. Google ad tech rolling. I mean, it freaking lost all of its gains already, so does it really matter if it spiked, if it lost it all? I'm telling you, man, this thing can't keep any gains. Yeah. Doesn't even matter. I mean, it lost all of its gains. I'm in the long run in that stock. Semis got slammed. That's probably anchoring the market down. Is Nvidia down again today? Nvidia. Holy crap. Okay, so they were down 6%. They rallied a bit, went back up. Now they're down 4%. So hopefully, like, we get some pressure going up here, some end-of-day buying. That's really what we need, is some end-of-day buying happening. Can you play the daily stockle on FinPlayer? What's that daily stockle on Fin? I don't know what that is. Welcome to the channel with T. I'm not using the Keltner channels for this one, Ryan. For my day trading, I don't usually use them. I just use the 15-minute orb. But yeah, I have my Keltner channels readily available for my swing trading strat. Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling out here. We got our next news at 11:45. Hello, Hua. Thank you so much for the follow. So it's a Wardle, but for stocks. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. When I'm not as less stressed, I will do that when I'm not trading. When I have no trades on the market. Yeah, so right now I'm doing a credit spread. Right now, even though I got a terrible entry, you know, lease price has calmed down a bit. All right, so price has calmed down a bit. I am watching Mullen for an end-of-day buy. I want to see if we can get that thing back up. Let me see what that KDJ is. This one, I wanted to get in. Maybe I got in a little too early, but last time it did that 7-day mark, it pumped massive. Pumped over 100%. You're looking at a 0.95K value. I mean, it's due. It's just a matter of when. That thing can pump 50%. It's just like, can you handle the pain? That's the problem with a lot of these penny stocks. LPRO is one of my favorite ones because it doesn't really move much. It's more conservative. Wow, we just saw that that nice spike here, back down to 86 cents. If I can get this thing down into the 70-cent range, I would totally be bound down to get my LPRO. You got to be just really careful with stocks that are about to reverse split. Like FMTO was due for a reverse split. It's down a lot. It's less than 10-cent stock. This is why I always say less than 10 cents are always gambling stocks, because at any moment they can have really bad news. So just keep that in mind. If it's less than 10 cents, you know, it's the riskiest thing you can pretty much do. Yeah, so looking at my premium, you know, it's still up there. It's at 32 cents, 35. But it's a whole lot better than it was. It was 50 cents down here, 50 to 60 down here. So definitely a whole lot better than where it was. And this little time decay is helping out. It's not a massive time decay. We entered here at 10 o'clock, and yeah, we entered at 10. We have an hour of time decay that passed. I got filled right there at 10 o'clock. Yeah. So it's not massive time decay, but we'll see. I'm kind of playing with fire too at the same time, thinking that this won't go down anymore. So I am playing with fire. But I think it'll be fine. That lunch hour usually dips a bit, right? I missed the large cap swings. Pennies trip me out. Yeah, pennies are tripping me out too. I need to do some research on them. It's just, it sucks because I'm so heavily involved in TTD that I haven't really been looking at large caps. I have a screener for them. I go to big cap. I have oversold big cap stocks, and I have big cap momentum. I do the big cap momentum and follow the trend, as you can see with the EMAs and the Keltner channels. What happened to UNH? What the frick? Okay, that was weird. So yeah, I can look at UNH and be like, are we in a monthly uptrend? Okay, so it looks like right in here is good support at 435. That one kind of broke a lot of levels. I like to look at the weekly chart. Sometimes they're hard to find, like ALHEC. You know, ideally I want to take the EMA 50 on the weekly. POOM is downtrend, so you got to do some digging for these. But once you find a good one, they're good, because a lot of these do go up in time. So a lot of these go up in time. So like this one. I haven't heard of this one, but we're touching that weekly EMA 50. Um, we should be in an uptrend on all time frames. The monthly is an uptrend. So you can look at this one. Does it have options? It has options, not as much as I like, but I kind of want to see weekly options, so I would skip this one because I want to do weekly options. That way, if I want to do cover calls, I can. And so you can see how it can be a very tedious thing. I mean, at this point, you probably should stick with NVIDIA since it's down so much. Stick with the ones that are probably above $10 for sure. MP, that's a good one. EQX, bounce on the 50. CVS, LMT, HUT. So there's some out there. You just gotta be really picky. INTC is a downtrend. I'm just using one hand right now since I'm holding the baby. See, look at this one. This was a good one. Pass right off the bat. It pumped over 20% on that weekly EMA 50 there. Solid, nice move up. Does it have options? It has weekly options. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. That one would have been a go. It's over $10. Let's go back to SPY. So yeah, there's a lot of due diligence you got to do. You got to look at the articles and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff I got to put into it. And I just, after being in TTD, yeah, I need to do some due diligence for you guys and give you guys ideas that I think are good. And like the AAOI was a pretty beast too. We got that one. Yeah, this looks good. Coming back into, I'm not really sure what's causing that spike. Chinese deflation could signal unforeseen risk for U.S. I'm not really sure what's causing that spike. But we're down to 22 cents. I'm just going to hold my credit spread. I know, guys, this is a bear call day, but I'm going to hold it. Just because I need a win. I'm fine taking a loss if I lose. I think the plus side is we got in so early, guys. 10 in the morning, that's pretty early. So our credit spread right now is at 17 cents. We're making money on that spike. That's a pretty big spike. NVIDIA huge put wall at psychological 100, currently at 100.8. Massive 5-minute candle there. What's that 1 minute looking like? Massive 1 minute. Are we coming into the... Guys, are we going to do a triple orb? Oh my gosh. If we do a triple orb, I don't know what to tell you about this market anymore. Like, I will be so confused if we do another triple. This market makes no sense. That's insane. I hope it does do a triple orb. That'll tickle me to death if it does a triple. All right, so we're coming back into... I mean, for your future players, that's your short there, but it's already coming above it. So, just not a good futures day at all. Yeah, this is just too choppy now. And that's another thing. That's why I say, if you lose on the first trade on futures, do not trade anymore. Because double orb does not mean it's a great trade either. That could be Iron Condor. Double orb could be price coming back inside and chopping you up. So if this single orb does not work on futures, you take your one loss, accept it. It sucks, but you accept it, and you come back in for the next day tomorrow. Because you don't want to trade this. If that single orb doesn't work, then you're done. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Maybe we might get a rally for Good Friday, guys. I kind of wanted to be bullish. Yes, I got bear calls at the beginning, then bull puts after double orb, then got wrecked after the speech of my bull puts. Won my bear calls. So you did a double orb yesterday? Yeah, I wouldn't do... Honestly, guys, try not to trade any news yesterday. Do not trade any news events. I held her the whole time. She didn't want to sit in the crib. She slept the whole time. Yeah, make sure you guys look up on Forex Factory. Oh, you did for a practice this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know some people traded yesterday, and I know it sucks not to take a trade, but we gotta practice patience. If we stick to what the strategy says, we should be fine. Yeah, I don't think we do a triple orb, but then again, I could be totally wrong. I was totally wrong about the single orb today. Uh, yeah, so like I said, I didn't really take much trades this month, and that's totally fine. All right, so we're down at 15 cents here on our premium. I'm gonna hold it. I got in pretty early. I'm gonna just hold it now. Really gonna suck if I don't know. I feel like this is the Iron Condor. Yeah, I'm playing with fire on a double orb. Trust me, I know I'm playing with fire, but I need to get a win. I want to get a win today. Oh yeah. Yeah, now that we got some time decay, I'm just gonna keep it at 1.25 for now. I'm gonna give it some more wiggle room. I like the strike. I'll see by that 11:45. So we got news at 11:45. Oh, that was that natural gas at 10:30? Okay, this was the 10:30 Tuesday, April 17th. Oh wait. Yeah. We had this 10:30 move down from natural gas. 11:45 we have member bar speak. So I'm going to leave it there. See what member bar does. 1.25 is pretty freaking hard to hit, though. That's a pretty big stop. That alone, you're going to win a lot. What did she do today? And he just went with it.
Yeah, he was well behaved when they were checking me out. He was
just there.
He did cry. He was roaming around the office.
Holy crap. What is that candle?
Get your feet, okay? I wasn't able to make it to get the chicken minis. I came right at 10:45. They said they stopped at 10:30.
You would think they would have some leftovers.
They just didn't want to step in.
Coupon for free ones too. Chicken minis. Yeah, so yeah, we're coming back to test this upper orb. Now here's the confusing thing now. So on SPX, you do have a single orb. I wonder if SPX gives us that double orb now. So here's your single orb here. Break a structure at 10:30. Do we come and get a... I mean, you're going to be feeling the heat on the bear calls if you did it on SPX. Not going to lie. If this does a double orb on SPX, you're screwed. So that's something interesting to notice. I've done all my back tests on SPY, so I'm going to just keep it to SPY. That's all the back tests I've done, so I'm just going to do it that. This will probably reject at this upper orb, as that is known as resistance. I got the 56. I'm writing it out. Because I really just want to win, guys. I'm gonna write it out. I haven't played this. I haven't played in a while, so I just need a really do need a win for me. And definitely don't want to take bear calls being later in the day. I'm just gonna stick to one signal here. Yeah, I would take bear calls here though if I wasn't in, and maybe it was a blessing I got in bull puts. Who knows? Maybe. We'll probably reject though. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to keep the stop loss the same for me, 1.25, just to see. Feel a little riskier today because I want to get a solid win here. That was a pretty massive candle up. Obviously, we touched the upper Keltner channel. No, we didn't. EMAs are bullish now in the 1 minute. Coming into this middle orb for support for a potential bounce to the upside. Yeah, I think we will have a 3-day weekend pump. I mean, let's look at some of the back tests. I mean, pretty sure we get a lot of those into the anticipation here. We got more of a bullish type pattern here on the daily, where we're kind of trending up here. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but somewhere in here, we're kind of holding a trend line. Consolidation. I don't like, yeah, there's so much resistance up here. Yeah, I do see that, but if we test this, we're totally fine though. So, trust me, I see there's a lot of there really is no good thesis today. I mean, this is a really weird day. So, credit spreads are the way to go. I can be totally wrong and still win. So, I'm sticking with my credit spread strategy today. This futures right here, you take your loss, you come back Monday. That's just how it is. You don't want to trade double iron condors or double orbs because price tends to just not move good. So yeah, my thing's at, holy crap. Please excite my day and give me a double orb. Or I mean a triple orb. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? So if you did SPX, I hope this does. This will be insane. So 11:30, triple orb. We just had one yesterday, and we've seen what that triple orb did. This was obviously news, but that was that triple orb here. Oh, please do it. That would be funny. I don't think so, but that would be hilarious if we get a triple orb. That would be so funny. 2 in a row? I don't think I've seen that before. That's pretty abnormal to get 2 in a row. Yeah, it's retracing. So here's your SPX. Here's your orbs on SPX here. Horizontal line. Bam, bam. We kind of rejected here. We got in on this candle. Price went down, price went up. So SPX is on a single orb. QQQ is on a single orb. As we rejected here. QQQ has to go way farther up to be a... That's interesting. They got way more to go. SPY's trying to do a triple. IWM is on a single orb to the downside. I don't like doing IWM. You know, if you guys were in here before, we actually did trade IWM before. That thing was a nightmare. I hated that premium. Never again want to do IWM. Alright, so as far as my swing trades, Mullen better get freaking going here. This is kind of making me mad. With a K value of 0.93, we have lots of EMA 5. If this touches the 5, I'm still down. I'm going to get out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 daily candles not touching the 5. We're kind of consolidating. To me, it's just a matter of time. It's just, you know, we're due. We're due for that pump. But it is a penny stock. TTD, not really sure what caused it other than violates some in some ad markets. Yeah, it looks like there's some positive and negative. I would love for this to go back up to 60 bucks. I mean, if this goes back up to this $60 range, we could sell really good premium on cover calls. Really good premium. So, yeah, I would love to do that. Looking for some other big cap stocks. We got not really much in the market, but all you need is one. You got NEM, metals and mining. This one's setting up for a nice bullish move here. We have a fresh EMA 50. We had the monthly chart hitting. This is not a bad one if you guys love bigger cap stocks. It's just a matter of, do we come back to that 50 now? RKLB, we missed Rocket Lab. We came back to this 50, had a bounce, 50, had a bounce, 50, had a bounce. Very nice trade here. I love the aerospace and defense sector. Monthly chart is showing uptrend. This is one of my most favorite ones. If we come into this monthly EMA 50, I'm gonna put an alert on. If we get price into that EMA 50, this is what you need. Honestly, this is time consuming, right? You got to wait for price to come back down. This took like a solid couple months for price to come back down here. But I mean, look at the gains. 30% on that pump. 27%, and then another solid 45%. Now, would I keep trading this on the 50? No. I'm going to wait for the monthly now because it touched it too many times. I'm going to wait for that solid EMA 50. That's actually a really good stock. I like that. Rocket Lab is super good. Google. Google is super good coming into this EMA 50. Not too bad. So let's add that to the watch list. Let's add an alert. If price gets below this 137, I'll let you guys know. And solid alert there on Google. So you can see how a lot of this is just patience. You're just kind of just waiting for price to come to where you want it to go. We missed UAL. I didn't see this one because I haven't been looking at these in a while. UAL, solid company, good platform. Love the airlines. Weekly expirations. It meets everything for cover calls. You can do weekly expirations. You buy here on this EMA 50. Wow, we missed it. I didn't see that one. But all in all, how much did you make on that? I mean, that's a pretty big dip. That's not bad. 25% from the lows. Obviously, you didn't get the exact lows, but I like that company a lot. I really do like that company a lot. Is it really triple orb? You're going to make my day if it is. It's not yet. I was really hoping it would be a triple orb day. Yeah, so we hit that middle orb acting as support. So we'll see what happens. 45 DTE. I don't do 45 DTE. I am working. Are you talking about my credit spread or my big cap strat? For my big cap strategy, all I do is buy shares and then I immediately do cover calls. But no, I don't usually do 45. Usually, what I do is weekly expirations. Oh, for credit spreads? Okay, so yeah, for credit spreads, I am developing a strategy. I want to do cash settled. I don't want to do stocks. So if I want to hold this, I can forever on SPX, and the max loss is what I put into it. I really like when price comes back up to this 20 or this 50 for a credit spread strategy for a swing trade. I really do like this. I mean, if you go, I was thinking more weekly though, because that way the theta kicks in faster. So if we're looking at bear calls, holy cow. Oh, that's single, my bad. So if we go to vertical bear calls and we go to like all, you can see now what premium would I look to get? Well, I would want a good sizable premium here. I would look to get around that $1 mark. Okay, that's 120. That's 110, 170. I don't like the bid and ask. Holy crap. 90 and 140? I don't like that at all. So 54.70. I would look at this. I would look at this for. I would try to get 85 cents on this one. So this is a 54.70, 54.75. And if you look at the, that's well above the 20. But honestly, if it goes to the 20, you can sell a credit spread like way up in here on a weekly. So this ideally should be resistance. And if it does go above, you have some wiggle room. Hit here, massive gain. Hit here, massive gain. So I don't know. If I was, that's how I would do it. It's kind of hard to say. I don't really have the much confidence yet in it. That's why I like the 0DTE the best, but because if you're making 25 cents a day, that adds up really fast. I think nothing beats covered calls and big cap stocks though. So if the price goes down further, it's hard to continue cover call. Yes. In that example with TTD, what I would have to do is I'm not going to lie, I'll be honest. I have a 72 average here. I got this thing. I started buying this thing at 78. I did one more average down in the 60 mark. So I got it at 72. So this is what you got to do. If you have a really bad average, you just have to go farther out of the expirations. You have to go farther expirations. So I did what is it, a 16 May? And I did a 72.5. Well, you can see right here, if I want to sell the 72.5, there is premium here. I sold this one about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I got a $1.10 premium. Right now, it's sitting at 36 cents on the ask. So you just have to go farther out of the money or farther expirations, which sucks because that's the only way you can lower your average. And if it keeps going down, then you got to keep going farther out, and that's just annoying. So yeah, I'm trying to do a month and a half of expiration now. And then over time, I think this company in general does go up over time. We got strong demand zone on the monthly chart. We're hitting this nice support. We've seen this price go from 38 to 140 within time. It took from 2022 to 2024 to make that massive move. But in time, it should do that. So this is a great stock to keep selling cover calls till it gets up. Then once it goes up to my average, that's when you make the big bucks. But yeah, you can't predict what price is going to do. That's why 3-direction strategies are the best. This could have gone instantly up. This was it had a very bad earnings. I waited the 3-day roll. 3-day roll didn't work on this stock. And I also waited for the monthly EMA 50, which is why my average was bad. I tried to get it on this strong support right up in here. You see how it goes up on there, but it went down from it. So now my option B is sell covered calls until it goes up. That's option B. Ah, shoot. We're back down to lower orb. Oh, well. Well, I'm still holding it. I really do want to get the full effect of this one. Maybe I should have taken it out. Who knows? I was really thinking triple orb, to be honest. We had that move down here. We'll see. We've been in a downtrend since 7 in the morning. As long as we just consolidate, we're fine. That's all we need is consolidation. We don't need an actual direction up. We would like it to go up, but consolidation is the name of the game here. Yeah, I like the theta kicking in faster on the weekly. All right, guys, I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna keep my stop at 1.25. You can do one, that's fine too. I feel confident that maybe this was the bottom at 523-ish, 524. So if we can kind of just stay above that mark, lots of time decay, we should be fine. Julian, thank you so much for the subscribe. Appreciate it. If you guys want to subscribe on Twitch, it's free. If you have Amazon Prime, make sure if you guys want to do that without ads, that's awesome. What did you trade, Jaw? Made $35. APLD, I'm pretty sure that's a biotech, isn't it? Fine. No, it's not a biotech. Okay. I don't trade biotechs. Yeah, so this one you have your 2 days away from the five. You had just had earnings. Massive volume. I like the volume on this one. It's a more stable stock. It's over $1. So this is more reputable. You're not gonna have as much bad news. Just wait for price to come away from the EMA 5 some more. There's not really much EMA 5. Are you due for the 50? Not really. So, yeah, I would like to see if price can get near this low Keltner channel, but I don't think it's going to do it. Higher quality stocks don't usually do that. But, yeah. Wait, in my opinion, I would wait 2 to 3 days and then enter. But if you're already in, at least it's a higher quality stock. You know, it feels much safer. What is this movement? 1 minute back to upper orb? What is that? Some weird movement. Yeah, that's what I'm working on my swing trading. I'm not really sure. It's going to take a while to figure that out. There's not going to be much trades, but if I can make an extra 80 cents of premium, that's pretty freaking good. You know, you put $2,000 into it, and let's just say you buy it back at 40 cents. That's a 50% gain. You know, you made $1,000 on a small account. You know, a lot of the times is when you're looking at this, SPY is going to reject a lot on this 20. My next swing probably would be the 50. And then when you're in an uptrend, you can see a lot of the times where price pumps on the 20. You know, yeah, it can go a little lower, pumps on the 50. This was a J Powell day. You don't trade that. Just not as much signal. So you can look at individual companies too and trade those if you want. So we can look at companies like, let's say, I wouldn't do Tesla. Let's do like some boring ones like Meta. That's going to have good premium. So you can see right in here, downtrend on the daily. So you can take these short bounces here on the 10. If you're pretty close here, you can take the 10. I personally like the 20 to 50 the best. Just not as much signals though, that's for sure. All right, guys, I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna hold this one. I have a 1.25 stop just to give me that extra wiggle room. Let's hopefully we get an end of day rally. We'll see. And in anticipation for the 3-day weekend, we're up 0.39% on SPY. So we'll see what it does. This is a weird price action though. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. We'll be back Monday.